guys! Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to cook together a delicious Spanish omelette and a salmon salad. We are going to accompany our salad and our Spanish omelette with something that is very Mediterranean as well, and that is the pomegranate. That is pan with tomato. So let's start. The first thing that we are going to do is to peel the potatoes and the onions. So you can do it the day before and then take it with you for going to the mountain or going to the beach. It's typical if you are at school doing some activity outside to have a sandwich of Spanish omelette. And this is typical as well when you go to the beach. You know, the typical families that going to the beach, this is very Mediterranean. So the whole family going to the beach with chairs, portable tables. And this is the dish that people used to do the day before and take into the beach. It's a very healthy dish, tortilla de patatas. I am peeling the potatoes. Yeah, I know, this is the most boring task. Nice. Well, potatoes are already peeled. And what I'm going to do is to clean the potatoes because you know, there is some dirty. In the meantime, I'm going to add to my pan extra virgin olive oil. The one that I use is a Spanish one, but you can use wherever olive oil that you want. So let's go into put our potatoes. We are going to chop the potatoes in more or less these sizes. As a tapa, so something that you share, is very popular. If you are with friends and you go to a bar, you can order a whole tortilla de patatas for the friends and you share this tortilla de patatas as tapas, or you can order just a portion of the tortilla. I'm going to decrease the heat into the minimum because it's hot enough. So let's maintain the hot, but not to burn the oil. And we have to be sure that all of them have more or less the same size, because if not, you can have one that are very burnt and the others could be not well done. My advice is to try to do it as similar that you can. Hi! So, the potatoes are ready! Now I'm going to add some salt, not that much, because then we are going to put this into our eggs and our eggs are going to have a little bit more of salt. This is ready. We are going to fry first the potatoes and then we are going to add the onions. And now let's move to the onions. We are going to use just one onion. Why we are going to use onion? Because onion is tasty, we love it, and add an incredible flavor to the Spanish omelette. You can do it without onion. In fact, this is the typical area in Spain, that is add onion to the omelette or not. In this case, I'm going to chop the onion in small pieces because I want the onion adding this flavor, this tasty, but not overtaking the flavor of the potatoes and eggs. We are going to chop it in small pieces. I'm going to add the onion now because now the potatoes are starting to be gold. So I'm going to add the onion because the onion needs less time to be cooked. Okay? The fire right now is in the minimum because I want a nice, well-cooked potatoes and onions, fluffy, really nice. We can be happier through our diet. I would like to explain you just a little bit why we can be happier through our diet. And the reason is, well, there is a mix of reasons, but the physical one is the hormones that we generate when we eat. So when we eat, we produce something called endorphins. Endorphins are the happiness hormones. To have this pleasure rush, sometimes we use shortcuts like fast food and this kind of thing. The problem with that is that you eat a lot of sugars, calories at the same time, and the brain has not enough time to process all this information. So the brain don't tell to your body that it's full and satisfied until you finish. This is one of the reasons to eat fast food. It's just not that much healthy as to eat a proper food with nice ingredients in which you are eating spicy in time and your brain has time to process all the nutrients and to send the signals to your body that it's plenty and satisfied with time. What happens when the brain feels that it's plenty and satisfied? Well, the brain sends a signal to your body, the body creates serotonin, that is another hormone, and we feel happy and good. I'm going to use these free earth organic eggs. I used to go to this kind of ingredient free range because at the end I would like that we treat in a nice way animals, even though I am not vegan, but this doesn't mean that we can have our respect for them. So 6 eggs and we are going to whisk. I have to say that it smells really good. Potatoes are turning to a golden color, the onion is fluffy and smells super good. Let's whisk the eggs. Then we are going to add our potatoes and our onions to the egg. So you see that it's very well whisked. When you have this foam, the eggs are done. I'm going to test down the eggs when I add the potatoes, just to be sure if the eggs will need more salt or not. Well, together with the Spanish omelette, we are going to do our salad and pan and tomato. That are going to be, both of them, very tasty as well, and I think that add something to the dish and to the whole menu. To do the omelette, instead of work with the big pan, I'm going to use this little one. There are like 20 centimeters or something like that. Turn off the fire. And I'm going to whisk all together. Mix everything. Let's keep in here like a minute to give the dish time to mix. Not that much because we don't want that the egg start to cook before to put in the pan. So I'm going to test the egg. It needs some more salt, but not that much. So I'm going to add like this, and it's done. And we are going to remove again. Now we have this little pan. In this little pan we are going to add a little bit more of olive oil, just a little bit, to make sure that the omelette don't stick into the pan. Turn on the fire. Oh yeah, this is almost heating up. I'm going to add the mix, and then I'm going to put fire into the minimum. We need that the omelette be done in the center, not that much, but not burned outside. Let's do our salad. So the salad is not that much complicated, don't have that much ingredients. We are going to use the pomegranate, not all of this, half. It's incredible. I'm going to put another half. And now it's time to be patient, like with our tortilla, to remove the little seeds. I'm going to put the seeds into a bowl. You can do it by brushing, as you can see. It's a matter of time, of be patient. I'm going to remove these white things that we don't need anymore. I think we have enough. We can remove this. Maybe we will use it later. I'm going to turn the tortilla. Everyone turn the tortilla with a plate. But for me, this is very heavy. I am not strong enough to keep safe the tortilla, so I do something that is not very difficult, and is to use another pan. So I use my pan to turn the tortilla instead of a plate, okay? I increase the heat just a little bit to be sure that it has this gold color around. Just to be sure that the tortilla is not going to stick, what I'm going to do is to add just a drop of olive oil. So this is easy, easy. I put just one pan over the other, I come here, and 1, 2, 3, turn. Look at this. The tortilla is gold, it's properly cooked outside. It's not going to be that much beautiful than if you take the tortilla and turn with a plate, because now the size is different, so it's going to be a little bit different. But it's much more easier and it's much more safe. And our salad is going to be super easy. We are going to add the leaves. We are going to use our salmon. For the salmon, I don't going to add the whole grain. There are like 120 grams, so more or less I'm going to say 60 grams. Just to be sure that the tortilla is not sticking to the pan, that, yeah, it's not sticky, has a nice color. So I'm going to keep in here the tortilla and I'm going to continue with the salad. After the salad, we are going to do our pan and tomate, and then it's ready to go. Yeah, we need just to put some pieces of the salmon. Let's put it in a nice way. And we are going to do as well a nice sauce for the salad. So we are going to do a nice and healthy sauce. Our pomegranate. For the sauce of the salad, I'm going to use this little thing. This is what we are going to use mainly: lemon, beyond mustard, yogurt, and olive oil. The first thing is to add a little bit of olive oil. Then we are going to add a teaspoon of mustard. I'm going to add a little bit of yogurt because, well, I think that adds freshness to the mix. And the last thing that we are going to add is lemon. I think I'm going to add it over the whole salad. Just, to have this acidity moment. I love this. So now I'm going to put thyme. So I'm going to add it to the mix. And the last to add is honey. And we have it, guys. Add the lemon. This acidity. We are going to add the sauce. Yes, we are going to add a little bit of pepper. We are going to put our tortilla in a plate. Wish me luck. Tortilla is done. And now the bread. We are going to do our pan and tomate to accompany the whole menu. And the pan and tomate, super easy to do. We need tomatoes, garlic, and extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to use this bread, okay? So now we are going to cut a nice slices, couple of slices, and we are going to toast these slices. You have to look for tomatoes that are mature, that have this red, very rich red color. So I'm going to use this one, that is the one that is more mature. And one garlic clove. This is very rustic. I love pan and tomato bread, that instead of chop the tomato or slice the tomato and put it over the bread, I'm going to use this that is like a black board. I'm going to use the board to incorporate more tomato if someone wants a little bit more. It smells pretty good. Well, it smells really good, the whole kitchen, not just this place. It's a little bit hot and I can't take it. In the traditional way, each one take the garlic, put a little bit on the bread, like that. Now, take the tomato, and we are going to do the same that with the garlic. Yeah, surprise! Very rustic. We are going to add a little bit of olive oil. And now we have our bread ready to go. You can add salt if you want. This is going to be our bread. Here you have. So this is the menu today. We have our Spanish omelette, our pan and tomato, and our salmon salad. I hope you enjoy the streaming today, and I hope you try the dishes, you do your own versions of the dishes, and you share with me. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bye guys!